Hi boys and girls. In this video, we're going to be learning how to read a protractor and determine the measure of the angle. So this is a protractor with an angle on it. As you can see, there are two sets of numbers. One set of numbers that starts with a 0 on the left-hand side. So this would be the left-hand side where the 0 starts here and counts by tens and goes towards the right. The other side, the right side of the protractor, has the 0 on the bottom set of numbers and goes towards the left. So if the angle is opening towards the left of the screen or your angle or your paper, then you would use the top set of numbers because the angle would be facing towards that 0 where the 0 is on the left. But in this case, the angle is opening to the right, which means we're going to use the 0 on the right-hand side and we're going to use the bottom set of numbers. So the first thing we want to do is identify where the angle stops. So we know it starts at 0 with one of the rays lined up with 0. The other angle, or the other ray, ends right here. So I want to just circle that so you can see where I'm going to. So I want to know how far the angle is from 0 to this second ray right here. Okay? There we go. So from 0 all the way over here to the second ray. So we know that this angle is an obtuse angle because here's my 90 degrees and this angle extends further than 90 degrees. So we know right now before we even measure that the angle is an obtuse angle. So that's the type of angle that it is. And when you do these on the assignment, you will have to determine what type of angle it is. Not only the measurement, but also the type. So we did this one together, obtuse, and now we want to do the measurement. And we measure in degrees, which is what this little symbol is right here. It's a degree sign. And that's how we measure our angles. So we're going to start here at the 0, and we're going to use the bottom numbers to count all the way to the end of, to the second ray. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. There's my 90. It's bigger than 90, 100. And then the next 10 would be 110. So my measure is 110 degrees. Now, sometimes when you measure these, they may not be on an exact 10. They may be in between a 10. They may be at one of these individual hash marks or at the halfway point. Now, we know that each one of these individual hash marks stands for 1. So if we really were to count from 0 all the way to this angle measure, we really could count by ones and go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then keep counting all the way to 110. But it's easier to count by 20s. So we'll do that. So with that being said, when we will do one more practice angle measure in this video, and then there will be some for you to practice on the assignment. All right, this is the second example that we're going to do before you start your actual assignment. So we have a new angle. It starts over here at 0 and then goes all the way up to here. So again, remember, this is the left-hand side and this is the right-hand side. And whatever way that angle opens determines which set of numbers, the top or the bottom, that we're going to use. Well, for this one, the angle opens towards the left of the screen. See, here's the opening of the angle. It's opening to the left, which means we have to use the top set of numbers because the 0 is on the top in this angle. So we want to go all the way over here to where the angle ends on that one. Now, here's my 90, and we know that this angle is smaller than 90, so we can determine right away that this is not an obtuse angle this time because it's smaller than 90, so it must be an acute angle for a cute little baby. Okay, so it's an acute angle, so that means whatever we measure, it has to be smaller than 90 degrees, which it will be when we determine the measurement. So again, we're starting at 0, and we're going to count by tens all the way to the second angle. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So we know that this angle measure is 80 degrees. We counted from 0 all the way to the angle. Now the other angle, I mean, this is how you're going to know, boys and girls, if you are incorrect or correct. We know that this is an acute angle. We know it has to be less than 90. The other angle option we have is this 100 degrees. Well, 100 degrees is more than 90. So we know that can't be correct. So it's not 100 degrees. It would be 80 degrees. And I know it's hard to read because the angle is actually covering it, but we can count by tens. That's skip counting by tens. So we know that between 70 and 90 is 80. When you're doing this assignment, you do have to make sure that you type what type of angle you're measuring and how much degrees the angle is. If you have any questions, please, 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 guys, ask us and we will help you. Good luck.